What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Engineers Without Filters podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Thompson, and tonight I'm drinking Big Lake Brewing from Holland, Michigan.
Ooh,
This
buddy.
is the Hazed and Confused New England IPA with blackberries. I like it a lot.
I'm drinking I'm Joseph, and I'm drinking the Dogfish Head American Beauty IPA.
I'm
Yes.
Gabe Toman.
Yep.
I've got Old Milwaukee. That is all.
I'm Dayton Paxton. I'm taking a brief break from beer. I'm drinking a mango LaCroix.
Why ever would you take a break from drinking?
Oh, we'll get into that.
And then we've got three special guests today on our podcast. We have, to my left,
Oh, this is Alan. I was on the podcast one other time, you may remember. I'm drinking Highlight IPA. I looked it up. It's spelled with a J, but it's some sort of sport.
Alright.
I'm Max. I'm drinking a 51K IPA from Black Rocks.
Nice.
And then I'm Josh, and I'm drinking Norm's Raggedy Ass IPA from Griffin-Claw.
It's a good one.
Josh's first appearance on the podcast.
Yeah.
Good to have you.
We've
Thanks for having me.
mentioned him positively every single time.
yep, good thing you listened.
Yeah.
We finally got all of the housemates here for episode 23 of the podcast, and we're going to talk about Spring Break 2K19. All right, it was a doozy.
Let's say 2K19. Makes it sound like white girls.
We took a big road trip, the seven of us. We took a road trip to all of our hometowns. Remember in the hometowns episode, we talked about our hometowns a little bit. We actually went to all 7 of our hometowns on a big week-long road trip. There's a lot of drinking, and we're going to do a little recap for you.
A lot of drinking.
So how I want to do this is threefold, all right?
All right.
So we'll go through the step-by-step, right? We'll go to each person's place, what did we do there? What shenanigans had ensued. And I also want to ask you guys, was it what you expected from that person's house? Did you meet your expectations or not? Did you learn anything interesting? And then lastly, of the two parents, who do you see in them the most? Maybe a little bit of each, I'm just curious.
I like that.
Yikes.
So I can kick it off since mine was the first destination. So I'm from Apple Valley, Minnesota. We drove out of here last Friday and drove down there about 6 hours or so. We got to my place. We pretty much immediately went to go see Captain Marvel.
Because that was opening night.
Yeah,
Well, Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday was opening week. The next day. Really liked it. It's a solid movie. Got some good action, some good humor.
A little cringy, but that's everything.
It wasn't that bad, I didn't
Good
think.
though. Don't feel like I regretted it.
Yeah, no, it's so good. She's OP as fuck.
Yeah, it got me super hyped for Endgame.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that movie.
She makes Thor look like a pussy.
Honestly, she's a better Iron Man.
Yeah. She can fly, too.
And then, so basically we went to bed after that, didn't we? We didn't
Yeah, we crashed pretty quick after.
Yeah, I don't think that was the one night we didn't drink.
Yeah, we just kept talking for a bit though. We were talking
Yeah.
till 2 a.m. Kind of sleepover jitters.
Yeah.
I felt like.
Yeah, that felt
'cause
like
we were
that
all
brought me
in
back
your-
to elementary school.
Yeah.
You're trying to go to bed, and you're like, stupid joke here. You're like, ha! You're like, I'm trying to sleep.
And everyone's like, Shh, all right, go to bed. And then you hear someone fart.
Stupid joke.
I think that my house is the only house we were all in the same room sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. But then woke up the next morning, got some homemade breakfast from my mom, Tracy Thompson.
Oh, buddy, was it tasty.
Yeah, we got some homemade hash browns, some eggs.
The
That
best
was
part
good,
about this
dude.
break was free housing
Yep.
and free beer
Yep.
and free food.
Yep.
It made the trip relatively
It wasn't
cheap.
just any free food either. There was some nice home cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like,
Something else happened that morning though too, involving me.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking
The
about?
the
blanket.
blanket.
Oh God, yeah, that was
It really-
so weird.
It really started our trip off right, is all I'm saying.
So my mom got out blankets for us, as you do, and she gave Alan this super old blanket, and it's all right, whatever, who cares? And I mean, you can tell it, Alan, but you woke up.
Yeah, I mean, just to make it brief, this blanket must have been in the closet for a long time. I went to take it off my body in the morning and it just ripped rather than just coming off, and I went into the bathroom and I looked like I was working in a sawmill or something from all the dust covering my body. But
Yeah, the blanket disintegrated straight up. The blanket does not exist anymore. It disintegrated on his body.
so I thought that was just a fitting way to start the spring break. But
It's a good first morning,
Yeah, that was just
Blanket
fucking weird.
in pieces.
Yeah.
But So then, after we ate breakfast, we played some GameCube.
Which, man, I've never seen your dad, a grown adult, more excited about a GameCube game.
God, we were playing some
We played
Smash.
Melee.
Played Smash Melee, and then we whipped out SSX Tricky, which is an old snowboarding game.
Yep.
And figured out how to play that. Yeah, my dad was like super into it. It was it was kind of cringy, but you know, it's my dad.
It was pretty funny. I found it.
I found it
hysterical.
entertaining mostly. Like as Jacob was playing, because Alan tried to play it, and he just like he hadn't played it in forever.
It didn't work.
And then Jacob picks it up, and he's like landing some hits, and then you can get to like the tricky meter or whatever. And his dad was like, "Get it, Jacob!" Like it's like a dad in a sports game. You know? Like,
Yeah, that's a Jeff Thompson for you. But yeah, no, that was fun. And then we headed up to. Mall of America was next.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Josh, you wanted to get some hot sauce.
Oh yeah.
So we went up to the Mall of America and went to Pepper Palace.
Yeah.
And you got the end.
And we met up with someone while we were there.
Well, let's all. I want to go with the hot sauce first.
Okay, I'm just
Hot
saying that
sauce.
we.
Alright, yeah, let's
Yeah.
start
Yeah,
with
come
the
on.
hot
This
Alright,
isn't-
alright.
This isn't any ordinary hot sauce.
No. I think you have to do it temporally. We arrive at the Mall of America. What happens? You know.
We walked around. I showed.
Of course.
We saw the amusement park.
It's a big fucking mall.
Yeah, because most of you guys haven't been there before.
No.
I haven't been.
Dave
haven't
was the
been
only
there.
other
Yeah,
one.
I'd been
And Josh has been there.
Yeah.
I've been there multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, so we walk around, and there's a lot of fucking walking, honestly.
Dude,
Some
I was
big-ass
just
mall.
walking around the fucking mall.
Yeah. Got some candles.
Well, no, we went to that game store first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got my
that
game.
Mhm.
Got Munchkin.
That's when Kenzie appeared.
Yeah.
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 So,
That's what I was hinting at. Is
Yeah.
that we gained a travel.
yeah. Okay. So for the record, the night before, Max is like on the couch. He's like smiling to himself. He's like, "Hey, I got a secret for tomorrow." And I'm like, "It's fucking kids." Like, I know, like,
for the record, like I did not know she was coming out until that day. Like I don't think she got the ticket until that day.
Yeah.
To come out the next day. So.
Yeah. So Kenzie is Max's girlfriend who lives in
Yeah.
Boston,
Yeah.
and she was coming to Minnesota to visit one of her friends and one of Max's friends too.
Yeah.
But then they met us at the Mall of America.
Yeah. And that was that. But then I asked her if she wanted to tag along, and
Because we had the extra
working out.
seat in our
Yeah.
car.
She had to get her flight changed and everything out of Detroit instead. So
Yeah. And she joined our posse.
yeah, for a while.
Add more diversity, you know.
Just a little bit.
And then we went to Pepper Palace, Josh.
Mm-hmm. So yes, this hot sauce called the end that I bought. If you're familiar with the Scoville scale, it is 6 million. Chad, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's the second hottest hot sauce in the world, and I believe the first one is 9 million.
Damn.
But yeah, pretty hot.
For reference,
At that point, just shoot me.
Yeah.
a habanero pepper, which is considered a very hot pepper, is like 150,000.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just shoot me at that
Yeah.
point.
How much does that cost again, Josh?
$30 for that little bottle,
Wow.
but it'll last me
I
most.
was gonna
of
say
my
like
life.
that's actually not really that bad.
No, it's not.
Well, it's not like you're pouring like Taco Bell hot sauce on your
Right,
top.
yeah.
You know?
You literally just want to do a drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it's-
Any
even,
more
that's
than
even
that?
too much.
Less than
Oh,
a
yeah.
drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I bought it, and the cashier just looks at me and goes, "Don't do anything stupid with it."
It was something.
Yeah. we tried. Well, some of you guys tried it out later, but then we walked around a lot more. We got really fucking tired from walking, and then we decided to go over to Cane's.
Oh.
And walk more.
Cluckers.
Clucker's chicken.
Yeah. So unbeknownst to me, you guys fucking decided to call it Cluckers all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, I was actually convinced it was called Cluckers. I was like kind of dozed off when they were talking about it. They were just talking about Cluckers. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. Like, that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Pretty sure this was a amount of chaos created by Dayton. 'Cause I
Yeah.
vaguely remember him say, like whisperingly, "Hey, we should call Kane's Cluckers."
Well, no, we decided like the night before when we were driving to Jacob's house,
Yeah.
and we saw one. We're like, let's just spite Jacob and call it Cluckers the whole time.
Well, for reference, we took 2 cars.
Yeah.
So like we were split up. Obviously, when we were traveling different places. And they had 2 names. So the Traverse was Jackal. It was a black Jackal, and that could carry all of us in one car. So we'd get 7 of us. Well, we even had Kenzie, so we had 8 at the end.
But it has third row seating,
Right, third row
so it has 7 actual seats.
So we'd get to a town and we'd all pile in one car essentially.
Yeah.
And then there's Joseph's car he took, which is the Explorer.
It's a Ford
or
Escape.
I don't know why I
It's not
said
an
it.
Explorer.
We called that the White Mamba.
Yeah.
So there's Black Jackal and White Mamba.
We had walkie-talkies.
Yeah, which we barely used.
Yeah.
But
And I feel like we use it more just as like a meme.
Oh,
for-
yeah.
by
We
far.
very rarely use it for actual communication.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean at one point Dayton, we were going to Dayton's hometown. I mean we can get to it later. Well, that's a stupid side story, so I won't say it. We were like Joseph was in front of us. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you there," and he passes on the highway.
Oh, yeah.
And Dayton knew to back.
I
away,
know
so
the
he, like,
way.
So he got on the walkie-talkie. He's like, "See you later."
Yeah.
Just the exit before him.
Yeah, so yeah, we went to Cane's, which for everyone's my favorite fast food restaurant back home.
It was okay.
It's a chicken place. We're not there yet.
Yeah.
Save your opinions.
Yeah.
All right. So one of my friends from high school lives in that area, so we went to his house
Dinkytown.
in Dinkytown. Yeah, it's part of Minneapolis, or kind of where all the it's where all the college kids kind of hang out. It's right by University of Minnesota. So went to his house and walked to Cane's from his place, and it was fucking disgusting outside. It was raining and there was snow on the ground, so there was just puddles everywhere. It was nasty. But then we got to Cane's there, and we got some chicken, some fries, some Texas toast, coleslaw, and some of that cane sauce, that good cane sauce.
Yeah.
Max, see, I'm looking at Max, because Max knows. All right,
Dude, I
Max,
can taste it.
Max knows some good shit. All
Dude,
right?
that Clucker sauce.
Yeah, like your sauce.
And Gabe's like, oh, it's not that good.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't like awful, you know.
Yeah.
But there was so much hype surrounding this. Like this is supposed to be the golden child of fast food restaurants.
Oh.
It is.
It was like kind of exactly what I expected,
I
except
don't
the sauce was better than I thought.
I thought
Yeah.
the sauce was
For reference,
underwhelming.
Jacob had been talking this up for months.
Almost as much as the brass tap from Allen.
Breast tap delivered.
Okay, almost as much. But what I missed out was the fact that this was a fast food restaurant. I thought this was hometown,
Oh,
home cooked chicken. That's what I was expecting. Like
It was quick and dirty.
like ma and pa like fried chicken. And so I walk in and we see one as we like go into Jacob's house. And I'm like, okay, that's where we're going. And then we're like, oh no, we're gonna go to the one over there. I'm like, oh, there's 2. Like that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then he pulls up a map and there's like 40 of them. And I'm like, oh no, this is not what I was expecting. I'm already not gonna like this. And
But
it was decent,
yeah.
Alright,
but
so
it was not what I was expecting.
It's my favorite fast food place. I'm glad at least one person gets it. All right,
Yeah.
Max is on.
I
my
liked
Also-
it. It was good.
It was
Definitely
warm
did.
that day and it was raining.
Yeah.
Dayton
That's
slipped and
kinda
fell.
gross, dude.
It was shitty out.
It was just shitty, and then we walked more after walking the mall.
And we walked to the Head Flyer brewery.
The
It was good brewery.
Oh yeah, Cooper joined us. So was our old housemate.
Shout outs to Cooper.
They went
He
to
was
Head
up in the movie
Flyer.
with us too.
Oh yeah. Went to Head Flyer, which is a brewery established in 2017, so it's pretty new, and really that was a cool place. It's like
Pretty hipster.
pretty hipster.
There's definitely like mid 20s, early 30s type of a place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like the KBC's just like, are you over 21?
And it's like, no, man, it's fine. But yeah, we went there and they had some good beer. Like they had a good a raspberry ale and some good IPAs.
Yeah, some IPAs.
Yeah,
Pretty
Yeah.
solid.
yeah. There's a lot of, as you may or may not know, there's been a lot of beer on this trip. We went to a brewery pretty much every single town we went into. So.
I mean, we stopped counting after my stop, but we easily over 300. All
Oh,
like
We should
together.
try to figure it out.
I kept counting after there.
I know.
I tried.
Yeah.
We're probably like 350 honestly.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
being
that
pretty
sounds
conservative.
Easily.
They told
So you guys can do the math per person. It was a lot.
We should have just taken like 2 kegs.
That's like,
It's so much cheaper.
That's like 50.
Then we went to try a local beer. I wouldn't have gotten
Yeah.
this
It's like-
hazed and
Nah,
confused.
we should have just taken two kegs. One of Ham's and one of Ham's special light.
Oh.
God.
No.
I will say it was nice. We
Imagine
got to try a
one
lot
Ham's
of new
special.
beer or like different beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, a lot of different IPAs.
I tried a lot of fruity stuff actually, and it was
Yeah.
I tried pretty much all the IPAs.
yeah. See, me and Max are on the same level, man. Like, we got it. But yeah, so we went to Head Flyer, and then we went back to Perkins' place for a little bit, hung out, and then we went back to my place, stopped at a liquor store on the way home, got some brewskis, and then got some.
Snowstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't snowing that bad.
it was just
that
slow.
night.
The roads were so
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah.
But we got home, got some homemade lasagna.
Oh yeah, Josh took the wrong exit as we were going, and it was one of those clover exits.
Oh,
so to turn
yeah.
around, we just took the next 3 exits in a row doing a fucking loop. That was
Yeah.
an adventure.
We got home and got some homemade lasagna, and that's where you guys tried the end for the first time, the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did I try it though?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you had
Yeah.
it. Max, yeah.
It was
Yeah, I just had a
Josh,
little
Max, Alan, and I that had some.
Yeah.
And when I say some, I mean a very minuscule
Yeah,
amount.
I definitely had even less than you guys because I did not have as bad. But
Yeah. You probably had like a tip of a toothpick full.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no more, no less. Like very small drop.
Yeah, my mouth hurt for a good 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, see, I was a pussy, but also like
I think
a
the-
sane pussy.
I
You
think the
wanna try it now,
pain.
Gabe?
No.
I think the pain lasted for about 20 minutes, like where it was like borderline unbearable, and then the heat lasted for maybe another 30. Whereas like my mouth was hot, but it was like, okay, this isn't bad, but it was still just a lingering
See,
heat.
that doesn't sound fun.
And Joseph's words, it doesn't taste hot, it tastes like pain.
Oh yeah, just said take his hoodie off. You got too hot.
Yeah, I was
You're
sweating.
stripping.
And then they took another little dab of it after that. I
Yeah.
thought he was done. He's like, let's go again. I'm like, really?
But then,
I had it on my plate. I wasn't gonna waste it.
I think that was pretty much it though. After that, we kind of just hung out and talked, and we were pretty dead.
Drank some more.
Drank
Yeah,
a
we
little
walked
bit.
a lot that day.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
And then we,
Which is bad for the first like real day of spring break.
yeah.
'Cause it only goes downhill.
Well, we didn't stop.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much my place. So I guess I'll ask you guys now, how was your kind of reflections on my place?
Cluckers sucks.
I don't know. It was more or less what I expected, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it yourself. You live in like suburbia. Like,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
exactly what it was. That's what it felt like.
I don't know, I
houses
felt
look
like-
the same.
All the houses look the same. Like, I guess the best part was walking into your kitchen and your refrigerator was covered in old pictures of you
Yeah.
and your brother.
Yeah.
So he made it a thing at the start of his trip to go to every stop we took. We went through people's photos, like old photos.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's fun.
It
But I
pretty
don't know,
much
I think-
started because of that refrigerator.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you what.
And I think that overall it was pretty much what I expected. And like towards like the middle of it, I'm like, wait, we're all like middle class white people.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly.
There was very little diversity in our group besides Kenzie, which is a white female.
Well, you guys got to meet Tucker too.
Yeah. Your
Yeah.
dog's
Oh yeah,
great.
that definitely made that a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tucker's my dog. He's a big floof.
Yeah.
Half Bernese mountain dog and half, what was the other?
Samoyed.
Samoyed.
Samoyed's a big white fluffy dog. That's where his
Oh.
fluff comes from.
No, it's a
Okay.
made up word.
So
I think
yeah,
I may have
just,
said Somalian a few times.
he's just a giant happy fluff ball.
Yeah. That's great.
Cuddled with Max for a little bit.
He took my bed.
Yeah, you're like coming down to like lay on the couch and he's just like he's chilling there. He's like, nah,
Yeah, no,
I got
I'm
this.
here.
So then, what should my parents think I'm more like, or I guess what do you guys think about that?
You were the
Your
one
father.
that I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Really?
It's hands down your father for me. The way he uses his words
Yeah, you guys
and the way he like
Yeah, I guess-
mannerisms,
I didn't
dude.
analyze it that
I I just picked up on it. I couldn't resist it.
Your
I
guys'
was like,
paths
I
of
see it.
speech were super like they were the same, which is
Mhm.
super weird.
And like seeing
Yeah,
him get
yeah.
excited about SSX Tricky, the gut buster.
Yeah.
I saw a level of joy that like I have seen from you before, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know we didn't really spend a whole lot of time with your parents.
Yeah.
Or like most parents really.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Let's move on to the next place.
So
now.
then in the morning,
Well, okay. There's two cars. That's the first
Oh my
sticking
God.
point that we need to talk about.
I can
Yeah.
take it because
fuck you guys.
I
fuck
honestly do not know what's going on.
fuck White Mamba.
no, we were Jackal.
Or sorry, fuck Jackal. Jackal sucks.
so Jackal took off in the morning.
So
Early.
So we kind of switched cars a little bit. So some people wanted to leave early because it's another 6-hour drive to Alan's house in Milwaukee.
And Alan wanted to chill.
And I also had to pick up Kenzie that morning.
Yeah, so Max was gonna take a while, and some people were like, "Well, we want to go and just get." No offense, Jacob, but we want to dip, right? So a couple of us leave early, and it's like what 8?
No, dude,
It
we
It was
Seven?
like
We
7:20.
left it. Yeah, we woke up at
We
like
dipped
6.
out.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
wanted to get out at 7. But
Yeah.
there
That was with
there
the time
snow.
change too. We were
Yeah.
dog ass.
Oh, yeah, this is
Yeah.
daylight savings.
So I was in the late car, and
Well,
I'm
let's-
like,
okay, so-
oh, I'll sleep in. And then Josh fucking giggled a lot, and it didn't matter. And then Joseph's phone was right by my head, so he had to like reach over me, and I like opened my eyes, and Joseph is like maybe 6 inches from my face. I'm like, all right.
I had to get my phone.
Yeah, so Josh, Dayton, Alan, and Joseph were in the early car.
Yeah.
So I did not ride in my own car.
Yes.
So meanwhile, you guys leave early.
Mhm.
So then Max gets up about the same time, right?
Yeah, I leave the same time as them.
And you
Yeah,
go-
because our car was blocking in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
Max had to drive like a half hour
Yeah,
to get Kenzie, half hour back.
I guess it was
Me and
like an
Gabe
hour.
were like, you know, we're getting up a little slower. You know, we get a
shower,
shower, you know,
help clean up.
eat a muffin, you know.
Yeah, we did get muffins.
Yeah.
Oh, those muffins were good. Dude.
Yeah. Play a little bit of Melee.
Yeah,
By the time we were all ready to go with Kenzie, we left like an hour later than they did.
Yeah,
Like a
it was
little bit
about an
hour
hour.
later.
Just a little bit more, I think.
So we thinking, you know, they're gonna beat us there by an hour. You know, because it was an hour.
Alright.
'Cause, you know, we're cruising. We stopped to get some fast food. I don't remember what we got. We went quick.
McDonald's was it?
McDonald's, yeah. We got
McDonald's.
McDonald's. You
We
know.
sat down for that though.
Yeah, we did, but like it wasn't like
Still
where they went. All
It
right.
wasn't like the Green Grass Cafe
Oh.
in La Crosse, Wisconsin. And all you need to know about the Green Grass Cafe, it's got, you know, it's a nice cafe, cheap prices, pretty good food. But Josh and Joseph and Dayton started drinking early. That's what you need to
They
know.
had an hair of the dog menu, and Dayton and I got Bloody Marys, and Josh got an Irish coffee.
It was
And
good.
it went downhill from there.
And that's why we did not beat to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going like assuming we're just gonna be late, you
Yeah.
know, and like I guess we kind of knew you guys were like not super far ahead of us. 'Cause we were talking
Yeah,
a
'cause
little
we started
bit.
like googling what restaurant you guys might have been by and shit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I figured it out because
Yeah.
Snap Maps and stuff.
Right.
So.
But then we
Did
roll
some
into
research.
town and like they're like, oh, we're at Total Wine and More, like
Liquor store.
Liquor store.
Massive,
And, we're like,
massive liquor store.
and we'd already passed it. So okay, let's meet you at the house. We beat them there. We
Yeah.
fucking beat them. We left an hour later,
Yeah.
and they come rolling in 20 minutes after we get to his house.
We've got
What
pick
are you
sixes.
Mind you, a part of their argument was they wanted to get there earlier.
Yeah.
So that way they could relax.
Hey,
Yeah.
had we left at the same time, we could not have stopped at the
Hey,
Green
you know,
Grass
we
Cafe.
still relaxed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, clearly with the Bloody
Yeah.
Marys.
Yeah,
I feel like we were in the car and we're just like, we're on a road trip. Let's take our time, find a good local spot to eat. You know.
And man, it was a
We did.
good. I had some French toast. Josh had some chocolate chip pancakes.
Oh, that sounds good right now.
With all the stuff, it had some
I'm
stout
hungry.
in it, too.
Dude,
Oh,
I
yeah,
ate
it had
3
stout in the back.
cheeseburgers.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
know what?
so-
It was worth
And
it.
then my Irish coffee and 3/4 of Joseph's Bloody Mary.
I found out I hate Bloody Marys, but it came with a beer chaser, so I just drank the beer at like 10 a.m. or whatever time it was.
So then we get to Alan's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at my house we met the lovely Barb and Tom, my parents, and then
And Pepper.
and Pepper, our sweet dog. She's very cute. And then we hung around in our basement for a while. We played a board game
Munchkin.
called Munchkin.
That was the game I bought at the
Oh,
Mall of
yeah.
America.
Forgot about Munchkin.
Yeah,
It was a
was-
very heated game.
With 6 people, it was
It's
so
rough,
hard to
dude.
win.
Yeah.
Like at one point,
Rough.
Max just played this massive
Yeah,
play. He
we
laid
had
his
a-
whole hand
We had a
down,
plus 18
Yeah.
damage boost.
and we
Yeah.
just fucked
So-
him.
No, you're not winning.
Yeah. So I ended up helping Joseph or Dayton.
Yeah, no, you
No, 'cause
you
I-
wanted to go to
you
the
helped
bar, so
Joseph.
you let Joseph win.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what the
Yeah.
Me and Dayton would have won. All right, one of us would have won.
Yeah,
But you just
so-
let Joseph win.
Well, you
'cause
didn't.
wanted to go drink.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, alcoholic.
Well, you wanted to.
I mean,
I wanted to win.
yeah, I wanted to win too.
Yeah, he let you win.
Yeah, because he wanted me to win too.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we play the game. We eat some pizza from Michelangelo's,
Pretty good.
Good pizza.
Mikey's.
Pretty solid.
It's right in our neighborhood.
More hot sauce too.
Then we
yeah, more hot sauce.
yeah,
involved.
more of Josh's at the end, and then we head over to the Brass Tap. So it's just they just got a lot of beer on tap there.
Probably was it over 100?
It's
That was 88.
yeah, it's
I think it was
80 something, and then we all got flights of beer little samplers.
And 2 of Dayton's that he wanted were already out.
Yeah, so like it was pretty cool. Like you go in and you get like a little card, and you can pick 4 beers and you have like one like backup one. So you just like write down what you want. They get you the flight. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and then I think what did we do the next day? We just took it a little easier in the morning, and then
Well, that wasn't the whole night.
Yeah, there was plenty after that.
oh yeah, I suppose there was plenty.
Well, I want
after
to
that.
go back to the brass tap. Like there was some good beer there. I had the what was it? The Lagunitas. Like what was that one? That has a super weird name, like the unofficial shutdown or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was the other beer.
Yeah, it was fucking weird, dude.
I don't even know how to describe that one. It didn't taste as alcoholic as it was.
There's
but
that porter that somebody ordered that got pawned off and
that was
someone.
yeah.
Max
Oh,
took it.
I took it.
Yeah, well, you
I think
ended
it was
up
like a
drinking
shot almost.
It was like 16%.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, that's fucking awful. That's not a beer anymore.
No, it wasn't not a beer. I'll tell you right now. I just took 4 shots of it, and that was like it.
Dude, me and Josh had a nice Guinness.
Oh, that was a great.
I haven't had a Guinness on tap for a long time, Josh, and it tasted good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, then we went to. Oh, your brother joined us.
Yeah,
At
John
the bar.
Lavish stopped by,
Oh
which is always just a hoot and a half. And then,
yeah.
I mean, the honestly the best moment of the trip for me, like at that leg of the trip, was just getting to sleep in that new bed that my parents got for me. Man, because I would just always had a shitty bed, so I was like, this is really good.
Yeah.
And it was in my childhood room, so it's just like,
Yeah, it seems like everyone like slept really well in their own beds.
yeah, definitely.
No.
Well,
Oh,
Gabe didn't. Well, I don't want to know why you didn't.
That is not what I was implying. I was implying it's a spring twin with another person.
Mm.
But I mean, do you guys want to talk about what happened with John that night?
Oh man, we had
Oh.
a night.
Yeah.
Dayton
yeah,
and
I
I
went to
got
bed a little
slam hammered playing a game where
Yeah.
we had a die, and you like a dice, and you roll it, and while you're rolling it, you guess a number, and
You guess the number that the die is gonna roll.
yeah, so like 1 through 6, and say you guessed a 4, and it rolls a 4. You get to give out what? How many drinks? Was it just everyone else takes a
Yeah, it was
drink?
3 times the.
No,
Base-
No,
no,
we
we
got
changed
rid of
it to
that.
a solid number.
I think it was
at some point.
6.
Yeah,
I think
6.
it was just 6.
It was 6 drinks.
You get to give out 6 drinks. But say you roll a 4 and you roll a 2.
No, you call for it.
Or you call a 4 and you roll a 2. You would then drink the difference of the numbers.
Yeah.
So if you called a 6 and rolled a 1, you would drink 5.
It's such a dumb game because you guess 3 or 4.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you
Yeah.
ever not
That's
call
what
for
Joseph
four?
and I
We
did.
made the rules when we were already intoxicated.
see, Joseph and I knew that. We were like, there's no.
Well, you
point not
still
guessing
played,
before.
didn't you?
Yeah, and we guessed 3s or 4s, and then if we felt frisky,
You
we'd
guys
say
just
1 or
wanna-
6.
You pussy, you just don't want to drink more.
Exactly. It's like, I don't want to take 5 drinks.
And then later on, John, my brother Josh, and I split a nice cigar back behind my house when like everyone else was asleep, and that was hilarious. My brother's like, "Oh, let me show you this song and all this shit," and it was good times though. I don't know what else to say about that. I hadn't had a cigar in a long time, so it kind of
neither.
hits you.
It was a really nice cigar too.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are everyone's thoughts on Alan's place? I mean, it was about what I expected. I think.
Alan is a photocopy of his dad.
Looks
In
wise.
some
Looks
respects.
way-
Looks wise. Yeah, your dad looks
Looks-wise.
exactly like you, dude.
Speech wise, your dad was a little bit quieter than like
Oh,
what
yeah.
I expected.
Dude, it's like I get my brain from my mom and everything else from my dad. Serious.
Well, I feel like we didn't get the full Barb force because she was so overtired.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, you know, she was.
Yeah,
kinda
Barb. You don't get to know. There's Barb, and then there's Barbie Jean. And Barbie Jean is the one who's had like a couple drinks of wine. That's the one that you want to know. But she was just stressed because of our family issues or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's all temporary. You'll get to see the Barbie Jean
That's
soon
full
enough.
strength. Pops her all.
100% pop.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think you're more like your mom,
Yeah.
personality wise.
Personality.
Personality wise.
Looks wise, definitely your dad.
Well, then I need a total answer though. Which one
That
am I
was the
more
answer.
like? No,
Your
no,
mom. Your mom.
Yeah, you're more like your mom.
Do we want to skip to Josh since he has to go leave soonish?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
I have,
Sure.
I have responsibilities tonight still.
Damn it, Josh.
Yeah.
All right.
But you're
Alright.
implying we don't.
We don't.
So Josh was the last.
Yeah, we got
last
fast
leg.
forward all the way to the end of the trip.
Yeah.
We
We're
can
in-
cut it too if we want.
Way to ruin the story.
Yes.
We're in
Spoilers.
Ishpeming in the UP.
I wasn't there. You gotta wait to find out why.
Well,
Keep watching.
Well, I guess we
Keep
drove.
listening.
We drove all day because we were coming
Yeah, 'cause
from.
it's like a
Detroit
7.5-ish.
Yeah, it's a
Or
long
seven. If
Yeah.
you just
Yeah,
keep
7.
going, but yeah, gotta stop.
So we got there around dinner time, like around 5 or
Yeah.
6.
Mm.
You mean you can tell?
Yeah, so then we got there. We had more pasta, which I feel like we had.
Well, hold on. Before that, we had some nice chips or crackers
yeah.
and cheese.
Yeah, so we get there. My
Oh,
mom's
yeah.
just like, she just keeps shoveling food out like onto the island.
It was good.
Yeah,
No
like, that was a
complaints.
good
Dude, it was
thing.
fucking good.
And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
some carrots and
Yeah, we had like veggies.
and
some,
Dayton
like,
was
meat,
all over those
crackers.
veggies
Yeah,
by
he
that
was like, I
point.
haven't had veggies in years. He's eating, like-
Dude, we had so much carbs.
Oh,
during the
yeah,
week.
by
Like,
that point.
between the beer and the amount of pasta we had.
We had 4 pasta dishes
Yeah.
out of the 7 of us.
And
Jesus.
Cluckers is just carbs.
yeah, it is, dude. Anyway,
But yeah, so we ate dinner, and then went to Cognition Brewery. Alan has connections to the owner.
Yeah, we got a
Little bit.
free like button pin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Brewery.
Yeah.
put that on your backpack.
Yeah, quite the connection I have there.
Well, no, you.
Well, yeah, no, it
Yeah,
was
no,
kind.
no.
It was kind of an interesting connection. My an old advisor I had at a enterprise program at Michigan Tech. His brother was the owner. He just the owner of the bar was like, "Do you by chance know a Dr. Clancy?" And I was like, "I do." So
Yeah, it was some good beer.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they didn't have any because he was bloated.
No,
forgot his
Well,
wallet.
Andy
a
forgot
lot.
his ID.
Yeah, a lot of reasons.
yeah,
why
you
I
forgot your idea.
And Joseph got carded, which was hilarious.
I was the only one. He was the only one. I like did, but it was only because I like had it out, and he's like, "Ah, fine, I guess I'll check it."
Really?
My face,
That's
yeah.
fucking garbage.
Honestly, the rest of us have beards. And
Yeah,
you
and
don't.
I had not shaved in a
Honestly,
while.
though, Joseph, if I was there, that he would have carded.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
did.
know
he totally
Yeah,
would've.
dude.
And I
But
have, I have gray in my hair.
It's just funny because
Yeah.
other than Dayton and Max, so was it Alan and Jacob?
Yeah, so it was
You're
me
the,
and Alan.
you're
and
the
then
third
Josh.
oldest.
Yeah,
I'm saying-
but they hadn't ordered. So by that point, I was already the oldest that had ordered. And I was like, I'm months older than these guys. Like, come on.
Just don't look the part, bro.
I like looked at him like, seriously? Like I was pretty pissed.
That's funny though.
Yeah, well, one of the guys there knew Josh's dad.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that was really random.
Yeah.
He actually sent me a message on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't looked at it yet.
You should look at it right now.
Yeah, I was about to
Live
say,
on the
Let's-
podcast.
Let's see what he
As
said.
long as
Live
it's something
review.
family friendly.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
I mean, scan it
it.
first. Yeah, scan it first. Make sure it's
Yeah.
appropriate. But this is one of your dad's old friends. from
Hey,
school.
we're engineers without
That's pretty
filters.
standard, I can tell
Yeah, he
you.
said,
Ooh.
it was so great seeing you and your and then all caps tech
Yeah.
friends at and then all caps again the cog like 5 exclamation marks and then great people with another 5 exclamation marks.
wow.
Very
Oh, yeah.
excited. I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
some
yeah.
old people Facebook
Yeah,
stuff.
I like the enthusiasm.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it though. That's
We got a growler.
Yeah, we got a growler displayed in the sauna at my house.
That was wonderful.
You two will love in the sound.
Dude.
Oh yeah, me and Jacob.
you guys
kept
really
going.
bonded over.
Dude, I fucking love that sound,
Oh
dude.
yeah, it's great.
It felt after 7 or 8 days of drinking.
Oh yeah, like it was much
goddamn.
needed.
Yeah.
Not drinking 10 plus every night, just having a beer or two and relaxing in the sauna.
It felt very nice.
And we slept like
Oh,
a
yeah.
baby.
I think we all got over 8 hours of sleep that night.
Yeah. God, that felt
Great.
And then we went to 2 more breweries the next day.
Well, then, in the
For
morning we
lunch.
woke up. My mom had a bunch of breakfast made for us.
Oh, it's so good.
And then we went to the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame.
Oh, that was really
That was really actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really
fascinating.
interesting. You'd never think it'd be in like a little town like Ishpeming.
Yeah.
But
It also makes sense.
it makes sense, yeah, because Ishpeming was the birthplace of organized skiing.
Yeah.
It's like why we have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, then we went down to Marquette, went to 2 more breweries, then we split ways.
Yeah.
Everyone but me and Alan went back up to Tech.
Yeah. We were tired, Josh. We had to go home.
Yeah, we were too, but we're like,
We
We're
still
just
had
gonna
a
keep
night
going.
of adventures.
oh yeah.
I'm just gonna say I'm glad I went.
All from Saturday
I
night.
am too.
So
Well,
Okay,
one
go
thing
ahead.
from
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
I witnessed my friend put a nail through his finger.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then
Weird
just
enough.
hold up like the nail with the board and just look at me and go, pull it out.
Oh.
so I just had to pull this
You're just
nail out
making
of
me
his fucking
glad
finger.
I went home.
I
dude.
know.
I
Well,
did
the
not
thing
want
is,
to
like,
see that.
I would have
I'm like
vomited.
feeling sick to my stomach,
Yeah.
and one of my other friends from my school that lives with the friend that has the finger in his nail is a doctor. He's like all cool and stuff, and I'm just like freaking out, like what the fuck? Like there's a nail, like a kind of rusty nail through this dude's finger.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was like, I'm glad I'm an engineer, not a doctor, or like a paramedic or something like that.
Well, and when he pulled out the nail as well, there wasn't really
Oh,
a
yeah.
drop of blood.
Yeah, it was clean. It was
Oh.
clean.
God, dude.
And then-
no thanks,
yeah.
Jeff.
Oh, God. But yeah, looking back on Josh's family, I really like learning about your guys' like Finnish history
Mm-hmm.
because your
That was
mom
really cool.
showed us like a yearbook or a scrapbook of when you guys went to Finland when you were
Oh, yeah.
younger.
Yep.
And that was cool because both your parents have that heritage, so
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Josh is a lot like his mom.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah.
realized his brother is a lot like his dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
dad and
Yeah.
his brother talk exactly the
Yeah, they're
same.
exactly
The way they
the
talk,
same.
the way they look, just
Yeah.
they could be twins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool learning about your grandpa.
Oh yeah.
How
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just like the G in Ishmael. He's done literally everything. He was the mayor at one point. He's in like every single business.
Yeah.
He
got,
still
like,
owns
5 or
what,
6
8?
businesses.
Or yeah, something
He
ridiculous.
was mayor.
Jeez.
He literally has businesses to take the tree from the forest to like part of a log cabin. Like every single
Yeah.
step, he's got a hand in it.
Yeah.
Horizontal integration.
Exactly.
That's vertical.
Yes,
Yeah, I
I'm
think-
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it was really cool. Like seeing your place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God damn that sounded, Josh. I could just. We gotta.
It
we
was
gotta-
Oh, I
amazing.
should say we also took a sauna Saturday night, which you guys missed,
Mhm.
and wood pallets wrapped with saran wrap.
It's
Yeah.
not a sauna.
We had to
No, it
rebuild the
was.
ceiling.
We got-
Saran wrap?
Saran wrap.
It's food grade, so it's safe up to 300 degrees.
But like,
and
is
between 7 of us, we drank
like-
a 30 rack
like-
before getting out.
like thick plastic wrap
Oh,
or like
no.
straight up
No,
Saran
yeah, like
brand?
Food grade
Saran
saran wrap.
Oh my god.
Food
This
grade.
thing is beautiful.
You would have
It's
not
like-
hated on it once you like.
No,
got the-
probably, but
It's
still.
something you totally only see in the
They
YouTube.
got a wood
Yeah.
stove from Craigslist for like $80, like a proper cast iron wood stove, and just like packed it full of logs, put some rocks on top, and just kept dumping water on it.
Yep.
God damn. All right. Well, let's.
All right.
Josh has to
So-
bounce out.
Alright.
Been a pleasure.
We'll have to have you on again sometime. to Make
Yeah.
up for leaving early.
You can be on
Oh,
another
yeah.
half episode.
We'll just keep talking
Yeah,
shit.
just hang out for like half an episode.
All right. So let's
All right.
reverse back to the morning after Alan's place.
Mm-hmm.
Going to Joseph's now.
Yeah.
Yep, on the road to my place.
Through Chicago. Which
Yeah,
is,
that was a pain in the dick.
Yeah, honestly.
Traffic. Would you think Monday morning
It still
would
sucked.
be that bad? Or Monday like early afternoon? Or late?
What time was it? I don't even remember.
Well, because
No,
we
no,
stopped
yeah.
for lunch in like Indiana,
Yeah.
Chesterton, it's
Yeah,
like near
yeah.
Valparaiso.
That's when we tried White Castle.
Yikes.
We got Wendy's.
Yeah.
Man, was that bad.
Yeah.
White
thank
Castle
God.
wasn't that good. Dayton
Oh.
enjoyed it though.
Yeah, they had the Impossible Burger there, so that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get to my house, and instead of a dog, my cute nephew is there. I guess he wasn't there right when we got there, but he showed up with my sister, so that was good. My nephew's adorable, by the way, and
He's too right.
and
you
now
can't tell.
yeah,
He
he's a
fucking
little.
loves his nephew.
He's almost 3.
He is cute.
Yeah, you guys all thought he was cute, so.
He's very cute.
Gabe got baby fever.
Oh my god.
Gabe
Not.
totally got baby
The
fever.
Patty's
kid-
on Red Alert
The kid
now.
kept hanging out with me when Joseph left because I'm the closest resemblance
Yeah,
to
he has to
Joseph.
like walk him upstairs. He's
Yeah.
like, upstairs.
Yeah.
He can say like very few. I mean, he can.
He can say
He
words.
can say words in some phrases. Mostly things that he hears.
Alright.
He just kind of
he
repeats things.
repeats.
Oh, he repeated some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, then we hung out at my house, played pool, played with my nephew for a little bit. My mom made pasta for dinner.
Well,
Pasta bake.
and the chicken nuggets with Kenzie.
Oh yeah. So for a little, I think I don't know if I've talked about
It was the bread actually. He ate the chicken nuggets. Wait, he
Yeah.
ate the garlic bread.
but so
Yeah.
I guess a little bit of a backup. My house backs up to like some woods, a ravine, and then there's another street on the other side where some houses live. You can't really see them, but my sister and my nephew live in a house directly across the ravine. So a tree had fallen, and my parents have been bothering me to build a bridge across the ravine. So we were talking about it, and a tree had fallen, and it kind of made a bridge. And so they're like, "Oh, guys should go check out the bridge." And they kept saying the bridge. So then my nephew starts saying the bridge. He's not really good at enunciating. So Kenzie is sitting next to him, and he kind of like pats her thigh and goes, "The bridge," but he doesn't pronounce the R. Like at all. So it sounds like he looks at her and says the bitch. He's like, "The bitch," and like says it 3 times, and we're like,
We all look at each other.
I'm like, what? And then I'm like, "No, guys, he said the bridge," and then it like kind of clicked.
Yeah. But
And then he didn't have pasta. He had some dino nuggets and some garlic bread and I don't know, maybe some fruit or something too. But anyway, he eats all his chicken nuggets because he loves those. And he wasn't too fond of the garlic bread. So he just pawns it off, puts it on Kenzie's plate, and then acts like, "Oh, I'm all done." And so
it was really cute.
he was just being adorable the whole time, as usual.
And then
And we went to...
yeah.
There's a local ice cream shop that is closed during the winter, and they had just opened like a week or so ago. So we went there, got some classic South Haven ice cream, and then we went to the only brewery that was open on a Monday night, which is the shittiest brewery in town. I've been there like 3 times, and
Is that considered a brewery or is it just like a bar?
they brew their
They had a few like
stuff
things
in the back.
but it wasn't like industrial grade equipment. They were like big ass like jar or barrels.
Yeah,
like clear barrels.
it's a small brewery,
Yeah, it
and I don't
wasn't
think
really
it's
huge.
that great. No one that I've really talked to really likes it.
The one beer I had was pretty good.
It's in a great location though, especially in the summer. It's fantastic. There's a bunch of bars in the
Yeah,
area.
it's a cool little place.
We used to go to. It used to be a restaurant. We used to go there quite a bit.
So I think when we were here was when I noticed the Google review craze had started to sweep across the group.
Yeah,
I.e. mostly Dayton,
and
Josh, and Alan.
I don't think Josh had started.
Josh and-
That's when
That's-
was that?
That's
when Josh
when
started.
you got
Alan and I
Josh
started when we were at the Mall of America.
Yeah.
And that's when Josh got started, and that's when it just became more prominent. You guys were doing it.
Dave, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that night after the Mall of America, we got drunk, right? Was it that night or was it? It must have been.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I was
because you did the
writing
North Face one.
Yeah, because I was writing them at the dinner table. So like we went into like the North Face, and I was, I gave them like I don't know. Whenever I write like funny reviews, I don't like rate them like less than like a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
So like for the North Face, I put like they didn't sell any ultralight gear, and they tried to shove Gore-Tex down my throat. And then for the Nickelodeon Universe, which is like the theme park inside of the Mall of America, I was like, "You better get ready to get slimed." And I don't know, I forget some of the other funny ones that I wrote, but
Check out Dayton on Google reviews.
Yeah, if you want to see it.
But it wasn't even
Alan's
just
got
that.
some funny ones too.
It wasn't even the funny ones. You just kept doing it to get the points.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then you get leveling up and shit.
Yeah.
It's literally a video game, but it's like reviews.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so.
It was funny, dude.
Like, you get
We're doing our
badges
civic
you
service.
Get, you get badges
Yeah,
you
so
get.
they were reviewing at the brewery,
Yeah.
the South Haven Brew Pub,
Yeah, and that's when Josh got into it.
and then Josh got into it, and you guys started taking pictures of everything.
Yeah.
To get more points.
Yeah, it became a whole ordeal. And then we went back to my place, drank some more, shot some more pool.
Is this when Dayton played Zelda?
Oh,
yeah.
I think that was before dinner. But
Yeah.
but Gabe brought his Nintendo Switch and hooked it up to our TV in the basement, and playing Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and then Gabe had to do something. I think you got a phone call.
Yeah.
Phone call.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's when your whole ordeal started,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah. So Gabe got a phone call, and he just looks at the person next to him, which is Dayton, and just hands him the control and says, "Play for this." And I was playing with my nephew, and just doing some other shit, and we go over there, and I set him down on the couch just to watch the TV because he likes to watch like video games or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's watching it, and Dayton just starts doing dumb shit.
Cutting grass.
Yeah, so he's
Cutting
taking
grass.
the best sword that
Yeah.
Gabe had at the time and just cutting grass.
He was
Breaking
breaking the
it.
blade.
He was breaking
And,
my
like,
sword.
breaking
to be
my
clear,
best weapon
he's-
on grass.
He's literally just cutting grass. Like, that is it.
There's nothing
It's
else.
pretty boring to watch, honestly.
But
My nephew is sitting on the couch
He couldn't get enough of it.
laughing hysterically.
he was losing his shit.
And like he's a small kid, so like when he sits on the couch, his heels barely hit the edge of the couch.
Yeah.
So he's like crawling around on the couch,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like
he sees
bouncing up and down.
he sees the like sword swing through the grass, and he just like loses it and jumps back into the back of the couch and crawling around. It was so fun.
Like, it never got old. Like, Dayton just kept doing it. And it
Yeah.
never got old. He
Yeah.
kept freaking out.
I knew my audience, man.
God, it was
He's
so
just
funny.
losing it.
I want to have a side bit here about your nephew. Is your nephew doesn't play with toys. He just throws them around like a dog. Like, he just like, bats them around and like
Yeah, he's like,
throws them. He doesn't actually like pretend like they're doing anything. He
Yeah,
just
he
throws
just,
them.
like, yeah, or just like pushes them.
That is
Yeah.
exactly what he does. He'll like squat down and like there'll be like a pile of like whatever the toy is, like
Transformers.
Transformers or like
the dinosaurs.
or like you guys
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
really see it, but my mom has this box of dominoes and she'll dump that out for him, and he like squats over it and pads through them like a dog digging in a hole in the dirt, and just like shoots him between his legs like behind him. And it is the funniest. And then he'll like go to the pile that he just made and do the same thing in another direction. It is hysterical.
And that's what Gabe knew. He wanted a little baby for himself.
Don't think that happened.
Oh my god.
And then
I went to bed. I mean,
you went to bed. Yeah, we all had.
Alan and I played some pool.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Oh,
did.
and oh my God.
what are your guys' rules for?
Well, I
We only-
beat Joseph, and I didn't follow house rules, and he got pretty upset.
I was very upset.
So
Still a little
Alan
bitter.
and Date made a point to make
Yeah.
sure there wasn't house rules.
And our one rule
Yeah,
was
we had one rule.
no bullshit, no frills, just balls in a cup.
Oh,
And anytime they made a ball, they would say that.
It got really old really fast.
After like the third one.
we had to.
And then if they
let's say it,
missed, what would they say?
I think we would say
It was like
Bugger.
Yeah, bugger or rats.
Rats. That's what it was. Rats.
God.
And then and then in the morning, my dad made some blueberry pancakes from the Grand Champ Farm.
I have
didn't
a
like
mini. I have a story to tell. So I wake up and I go downstairs, and nobody's up except for Kenzie, and Kenzie's talking to your dad,
oh my god.
and she's telling him the story of how her and Max met.
Oh yeah, she just. Yeah, you can get.
Yeah,
into it.
well,
She
so
talked
if-
about this too.
Obviously, I don't know, but Kenzie and Max met a long time ago. It was like
yeah, it's like
um,
7.
it's like
or 8
7 years ago, like online, like
yeah.
through video games. They mostly
Right.
just like talk through video games because she lives in Boston.
Alright.
But they met online and stuff, and didn't meet until how
A
many
couple
years
years ago.
Couple years
a
ago,
year ago, about a little bit more.
It's like it's not like a traditional story, obviously, but it's
Right.
it's there, so it's all good. But Kenzie's telling Joseph's dad this story, and I'm just watching. He does not understand. He's just like, okay, all right. Like, he just does not get it. It's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? It was so funny.
Yeah, it's my dad.
I mean, it's understandable. Like,
Yeah, it really
it's
is.
not in his
We
generation.
met
or
playing
anything,
Fortnite.
I remember, because I was up before that. Oh my gosh. So I come downstairs, and my nephew and my sister are already there in the morning. And I turn the corner, and he looks at me and goes, "Joseph!" and puts his arms up and just runs towards me. So that felt really good in the morning.
Was that the highlight of your trip?
That was the highlight. And then I heard my dad kind of asking Kenzie some questions. And I remember hearing like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he's like, "Oh, Boston." "Oh, so what are you doing at Michigan Tech?" or something like that. And she's like, "I don't go to Michigan Tech." And I just remember being like, "What?"
I mean, did we go to the farm next?
Oh yeah, and then we toured my farm. Gave him a quick tour. They purchased some goods from
Damn right I did.
Ooh, I gotta
I'm already halfway through a cranberry salsa, dude. That shit's amazing.
Yeah,
Max
I'm
and
ready for it.
Jacob bought some hot cranberry salsa, and Jacob and Alan bought a shirt,
Damn right. Finally got my hands on one.
and then I think we just left from there. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we left from
Well,
there.
didn't we check it out a little bit the night before too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Check
drove
out-
Oh,
around
we
a
did
little
that the
bit.
night
Yeah,
before.
'cause we went to the Harvesters.
And then we checked out the Harvesters in the morning, and then we left from
We
there
left from there.
and went to Dayton's house,
Yeah, and
which is a 30-minute drive from mine.
yeah, it's really short.
So we gotta reflect on Joseph quick. So what
Oh,
do you guys think of Joseph's place?
I've been there before.
I've been there
It's
before.
definitely a nice place.
It's a
Obviously,
very nice
there's like
place.
a lot.
I will say the first time I went there, like it was on New Year's. I was like, we were driving through that stretch and there's some fucking castles. So I'm like,
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm like, Joseph has a castle. I mean, it's still a very, very nice house. Don't get me wrong,
So
but it's
the-
not like a fucking mansion.
The slang is that the road that I don't really live on it, but I kind of live off of it, is called Doctor's Row, because it used to be all the doctors in South Haven lived there, and so like it's just
well, it's right on the lake too.
it's right on the lake, so like it's just a really expensive area that I kind of live near, and so like there's just a bunch of nice houses right next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
I think-
say no. You first.
No, okay, I was gonna say like knowing like your farm, the house, like your house makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing for me that like maybe understand you more, meeting your parents, because I don't think you're like either of them, but their
Yeah.
personalities, I understand why you are the way you are.
Yeah.
Your mom scares the shit out of me, dude. Like, honestly,
Yeah, my mom is horrifying.
she's so scary.
Yeah.
Your dad's like really cool, obviously, but yeah, your mom's
Yeah.
fucking scary.
Yeah, I like my thought on that is like I feel the same about it as Jacob. Like I think that you get like all the who gives a shit from Joe, but then you get like the like manners and like good like proper skills from Kathy. And it's hilarious to just like see that.
Dude, crazy cat.
I got to
man.
know Joe on a very personal level the weekend
Oh.
before.
Yeah.
We went on a massive
Josh
bar
did
crawl.
too.
Yeah,
We talked about that in the
We talked
podcast,
about that. But so, yeah, I don't know. I can see the easygoingness from Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand you more, Joseph.
Well, that's good.
All right,
So then we went to Dayton's
off
place.
to
Mm-hmm. So then we just drove up to my house in Holland.
Pretty early in the morning.
Yeah, pretty early. Chilled at my house for a little bit. Went into Holland. Went to New Holland breweries for some lunch.
Fantastic.
so good, dude.
And
Very
some-
good.
some
Got some good beer.
beer.
Some
that
good
place
lunch.
was awesome, dude.
Gabe stole a cup.
Nope.
But yeah, they had some good fucking beer.
The beer's
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
fantastic.
a really good brewery.
That space machine or whatever it was.
Tangerine
Tangerine.
Space
Yeah.
Machine.
That was so good.
That kombucha IPA surprised me.
Yeah,
It was
that
way
was
better than I
so
was gonna be.
That beer was so good. And the food was fantastic.
Yeah, food's really good
Yeah.
there.
And really good.
Everything's really good there.
I mean, it was sunny out, so it was nice out, but like
Oh,
the view was
yeah.
really nice. And
It's a nice town. Super.
Holland's like Houghton times 20.
You know,
It's bigger and
Right.
nicer.
and more conservative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, then after that, then we went got some more beer from a beer store.
Beer store.
Where you get your beer.
Yeah.
I think that's where I got the American Beauty that I was drinking
Wait,
tonight.
yeah, that's where I got my- that's
It
where I got this.
lasted that
I don't
long.
remember.
That's when I got my
Oh.
51K.
It was just
that I'm
before we went
drinking, you
hiking.
know?
Yeah, that was before we went out to the Saugatuck
Oh yeah, I had
Stadium.
one in the car.
After
No,
we-
I didn't.
After we drove
No.
past the Heinz factory.
Yeah, that you couldn't smell. You can usually smell.
Oh
the
yeah,
pickles and
yeah,
ketchup
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, because that person, I was the last one at the register, and they're like, "Why are you all 21 or 22?" And I like gave her the gist.
Right.
The whole trip, there was so many people like, "Why the fuck are you here?"
Yeah,
like, why
there's a
this
lot of
town?
like, why are there so many out-of-state licenses? Which there's 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
then we'd be
3.
like-
Oh yeah,
Kenzie.
3 because of Kenzie.
Well,
So
Kansas is just so far out there.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
what?
It's like Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Yeah, okay.
I'm surprised you didn't get more weird
Massachusetts.
looks from people. But...
Me too.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we went hiking for a little bit.
It's a cool hike.
That was nice to get out and see the,
The
lake.
Felt Mansion, home of the Melonheads,
Yep.
which was previously
I'm
discussed.
pretty sure I've talked about the melon.
Yeah, because we did conspiracy theories.
The walk back was icy.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were
I warned you guys.
we were we
I warned
skated uphill.
I didn't want to go back up that big hill. All right, so we went the.
It's
I
the
thought it
same
was
elevation.
fine.
We went
It
up,
was a little
this-
rough,
yeah.
but
No, that was cool. I seen like the beach covered in
Frozen.
ice.
Yeah, that
That
was
was really
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
It was neat.
And then I don't know. We just drove back and
I think we
we had
just
dinner.
hung out.
Yeah, we had
dinner.
And then we just.
Your mom made stuffed
We played a bunch
shells.
of Smash.
Yeah.
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 Munchkin.
Talked to your mom for a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was a long
Dayton's
night.
shower is so good.
Oh my god.
He got a new
His
one.
mom-
he's got
his parents'
His
shower.
parents got
Yeah.
the new one. So they got
I've never used it.
They got the
I've used it
dual
twice.
shower head dealio, where you got one that's straight overhead, and then you got the one where it like detaches off, which is pretty standard. But like 2 jets, way better than 1 jet.
But you know
I
what?
had one like for my whole body, and then one for whatever area I desired. All right,
Oh,
It was
come
fantastic. In your parents' house.
All I'm saying, I felt super bad using it because you look up and on the shower head is printed the gallons per minute that it uses, and it's like, oh shit! And now I feel like a piece of
Yeah, I
garbage.
took a long shower.
Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah, that was the one place where I'm like, all right,
That's okay. We got a well.
I deserve this.
I'm gonna say it's just the energy to pump it out. You're not
Screw you
paying for the
guys.
water.
Alright.
And
I
then
don't. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Oh, we went to the windmill. That was
Oh, we
pretty
went to
That
the
was
good.
windmill
next
for
morning,
breakfast.
yeah.
We got up pretty early, and that's when they're like, "Oh my god, why are we doing this to ourselves?"
Yeah,
That
that's
was
when
the
it
moment
hit.
for me. Just like the
That's when you first calculated how many drinks we've had.
yeah, that was when I was like, "Oh my god, what are we doing?"
Yeah, that was halfway through.
Yeah, honestly.
Is there anything else? I think
That was pretty. We went to the windmill and then we went back and like got our shit and left. That's
Mhm.
pretty much
Yeah.
it.
Talked to your mom for a while.
Those
Yeah.
what were they? The hash brown
Hash brown omelets.
hash brown omelets were really good though.
It was
Yeah.
so good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Could finish the whole thing.
That's what the
Yeah,
windmill
this is gonna
restaurant is
finish the whole
famous
thing,
for.
dude. I
And their
smashed
cinnamon
that.
rolls.
Dude, Max, you were fucking hungry,
I
dude.
know.
You demolished your
Nailed
food.
it.
We also got a free cinnamon roll from them.
Which we didn't finish and then forgot to give
Yeah,
away.
we
Oh,
found
yeah.
it in the back of
Yeah,
Josh's
I
I
car.
was
put it in
gonna
the back
say,
of the car.
I don't think I picked that up.
No,
Yeah.
we
I
threw
think
it away at Max's house.
And it was funny too, Gabe, because I was like, "Are you really gonna like leave that out here?" And you're like, "Yeah." Like you had like a good excuse for it, and I was like, "Whatever." And then you just fucking left it.
Whoops.
And then I'm like, what the fuck is this takeout box? I
Yeah.
saw the cinnamon roll. I'm like, what the fuck?
Rip.
So then we went to Gabe's
Yeah. It
from
was
there.
like 2-hour drive probably.
Yeah, about.
A wasso.
We arrived at O-Town, as we call it.
Do you really call it that?
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
I feel like I heard some people calling it that or something.
I saw it
Well, there's an
somewhere. I saw
O-Town
like
cafe. It's just like
Yeah.
a thing.
Something calling it O-Town.
Like you guys call South Haven Soha.
no one calls it that.
Tourists.
Tourists call it that, and my friends call it that jokingly, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Well, I don't know why you call it O-Town because it makes it sound better. I don't know. So I don't know. We went to my
Wait,
dad's.
sorry, try to reflect on Dayton's.
Oh yeah, we forgot to do that.
Dayton is a lot like his mom, but looks kind of like his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom's more talking.
I was
though,
very
obviously.
surprised
Yeah.
by your parents because I had never met either of them.
I love your
But they were great.
Your mom's
you know, like-
fantastic.
Jan Pax is a real G.
She's so wholesome.
I love her. She is fantastic.
She's one of the most wholesome people I've ever met.
But actually, thinking about it more, though, I think you're more like your dad. Just because
Yeah.
you don't talk with your mom, like not nearly as much as your mom.
Uh-huh.
I don't
You
think it's
just
kind
get
of.
the
But the
chaos
things you
from her.
say and like
Yeah.
the way you say them is a lot like your mom.
Yeah. Besides that, he's like I don't know. I feel like he's more black sheepish than like in comparison to the rest of our parents.
I'm
Yeah.
just picturing Jan Pax and all that dumb shit she was saying. It's hilarious.
What dumb shit?
I don't know, just all her one-liners and phrases. It's hilarious. Literally just can't stop laughing.
I also I hope this isn't an insult, but your house is nicer than I expected. I don't know why I thought
Oh,
it was gonna be
yeah.
like
Well, because
run down, but like
we
this-
call it
he keeps
the
saying, like,
Pax Farm.
yeah, it's like the farm. So I'm like, okay, I'm not sure what to expect, but like
Yeah.
it was
It's a
nice.
standard
I don't know what to
split
expect
level.
either.
Yeah.
It was very I don't know. Well, like the furniture she had was very like rustic, but it was like in a nice, like tasteful way. Like there was 100-year-old like furniture or whatever, but it was like
Yeah, she
really
likes
cool.
that stuff.
It was cool looking though.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything like made sense though. Like
Yeah.
knowing you, everything kind of made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, sorry. Back to you.
Continue, Gabe.
Yeah, so we went to Owasso, and I don't really think we really did that much. So
Watch Lethal Weapon 3.
yeah,
Damn
we
right we
dropped off
did.
our shit.
You're
We
damn right
watched
we did.
Lethal Weapon 3, which I don't know if we talked about 1 and 2.
Yeah, we
We
did.
did.
Okay, fantastic movies. 3 did not disappoint. There were 0 consequences of 2.
Yeah, we thought there was gonna be some big ordeal. No, glazed completely over it.
Which is weird because at the beginning of 3, they do something they shouldn't, and then they get knocked down to being like beat cops, and they're back at like.
I was just gonna
detectives.
say,
Yeah,
I also
I don't think they were
notice-
back at
I don't
detectives.
think
They
I-
just stopped being cops.
But it's
Today
like-
I'm not a cop.
Yeah.
I think it's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yes.
I think they're like, we're better than all your detectives, so
I
why?
think like the plot holes in those movies is part of what makes them so good. Though.
Exactly, Max.
Yeah, it was not, plot wise, not a good movie, but
It's
entertainment
service
wise,
the action.
Yeah, that's the point.
Fantastic.
It's all about the entertainment.
the one-liners weren't as good as 1 and 2.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can never beat nailed it or I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Which is funny because he's getting older,
Yeah.
and he was looking to retire.
And then
Yeah.
he doesn't
then he doesn't.
because he's
So
like,
you-
I can't leave rigs. I can't do it.
So you'd think he would say, "I'm too old for this shit" more, but no, he only says it in the first one.
yeah, when he is the youngest.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So.
But we did get go to hell, and then you first.
Yeah,
Before
that
he
was good.
sends a guy in a strapped to a tractor into a burning building.
Yeah, it's true.
What a movie.
So we did a tour of Owasso after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did a pretty short tour.
We saw the KFC.
We saw where I lost my virginity,
The infamous KFC.
which was in a KFC parking lot.
And we were going from.
It was more private than you guys expected. It wasn't out in the
Yeah.
open.
But it's still a
it wasn't
KFC.
private enough. Let's put it that way.
Well, it was.
Let's
If
just
it was
say-
nighttime, it's pretty private.
Let's just say, as we were driving past, he pointed exactly to the spot.
Yeah.
So
By the dumpster.
from the road, you could see it.
Oh yeah, but all you could see was a parked car
Yeah, but
and foggy windows. Anyways.
Well, we were going from your dad's house to your mom's house.
Yeah, so I took the long way to show him Owasso. It wasn't anything crazy. I just told some little stories. Went to my mom's, got some dinner. We had tacos.
threw
not pasta.
back some Corona.
Yeah,
Damn
we
right we did.
definitely sucked
Was it
some
how many
Coronas,
Coronas they had? 24.
Must have been because we all had at least. Three.
Yeah,
I think
killed-
Kenzie had 2,
Kenzie-
but the rest of us had at least 3.
I had 4. Josh had 5.
Yeah.
Did someone else have it?
Absolutely.
I had 2 on them.
Killed
Yeah, I had
those
3.
within like 2 hours. They were gone.
Not
Yeah.
even.
Not even.
Yeah,
Which was fucking
they're
hilarious.
Coronas.
They were really easy to drink.
Yeah.
Like I was the
super
DD,
easy.
and I'm like, cool.
You
This
put
is
a
bad.
lime
Yeah,
in
they're
it,
pretty good though.
slam them back.
With the lime, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super easy. I hung out with my mom for a little bit. She took 1,000 pictures.
That was fun.
And then
Well, we went through the pictures at your dad's house.
Oh yeah.
There were some bangers.
There-
in those
well,
pictures,
'cause-
dude.
Gabe
Yeah.
I don't know if
takes
I told
great
about
pictures.
my middle school phase, but my hair got like basically a mop. It just got
Yeah.
super long for a while. And there's like peak mop, and we found a few pictures of those
There was like 2 pictures in particular.
that were super
You're
bad.
just so.
There's
awkward.
one that I just look uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's like a bright orange Aeropostale shirt, just to give you some time frame. And it was like embroidered across too. It's an ugly shirt, but also I just wasn't. It was a bad picture.
Yeah.
I know because I used to wear Aeropostale, but you're like, this isn't bad. It's garbage.
Yeah, it's absolute trash. So yeah, that was that. We came back, and then we went to some shit Owasso bar. Well, first we went to a store where Dayton bought ices.
Okay, now Gabe, did you
Yeah.
find the last ice?
Yeah, so I have a story about that. I was
So we go to a
backing up to
hold on, hold on, we gotta
yeah,
preface
tell,
this.
yeah.
So we go to a liquor store.
Well, I want Dane to tell this story.
Yeah, so I don't know. I walked into like the walk-in cooler.
It looks like shit on the
And-
outside, by the
Yeah,
way.
it's a cool liquor store though.
Yeah, so like I was like, oh, I don't really know what I want, and I was like, oh, I'll just like buy some like shitty PBR or whatever. Like I don't feel like forking out big bucks for some craft beer right now. And then I see this like 24-ounce ice, and I'm just like, that would be really funny to get someone to throw down. And I think it was it
It was
Alan and Josh.
Yeah, me.
It was at least
us
Josh.
three were in there, and
Yeah.
you were like,
I was in
Let's-
there too.
let's
I
get
walked
'em.
in,
Let's
yeah.
freaking do it. So then I was like, all right, whatever. I'll get the 6-pack instead of that, so we can spread out the damage a little bit. And then was it? Yeah, Alan. It was you. You were like trying to distract everyone.
mm-hmm.
And I wasn't buying anything, and I see the 6-pack, and I see off in the back, like, that's Smirnoff. I'm not getting got with that shit.
Yeah, but you were going
Yeah.
kind of fast. What is Dane doing? I like he's got fucking ice.
I was
Yeah, no,
trying
I think you
I was
and I
trying to
did.
dip out of
Yeah,
there as soon as
yeah, we
possible.
Honestly, I think me and Max were the only two people who bamboozled.
Well,
No,
I had to
knew-
try
I
hard
knew,
to
but he just
bamboozle
like
Gabe.
did some bullshit.
Yeah, so then
Well,
so, like,
you
I like
can.
rushed out of the
Right.
store as soon as possible. Like I was like making the transaction really quick. I was like, no, I don't need no receipt. Let me get out of here. I probably looked like a freaking like drug addict or some bullshit like that. And I just like dip out of there, and then like I wait behind like the car for Gabe to come and like unlock it.
Yeah, but we weren't going. We were just throwing
Yeah.
the shit in the car.
Yeah. So but that's when I dispersed a lot of them in the car, and then we were waiting there for a little bit, and
Room
then
for Max and Kenzie to
and
come
then
out.
yeah, Max and Kenzie to come out, and I was like, oh, I can get Max as he comes out of the liquor store.
And you're like, as I walk out, you're like had just set it on the ground. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what am I supposed to do?
So
You're
then
supposed
I,
to slam it.
Yeah.
yeah, so then I took a picture of Max slamming it right in front of the entrance, and then I posted it on my Google review.
Yikes.
Okay, yeah. So just to fast forward a little bit, so you put all the ices in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Except that one, so 5.
Yeah.
Except, so you put one in my bag later, my drawstring. So I had that
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Kenzie found one in the back seat. Alan and Josh both found some.
One in the back seats.
Yeah. So we account for we're missing one ice.
Yeah,
Okay, and we're like, where the hell did it go?
it's still with me.
Now Gabe, I guess you can tell now.
You
You
haven't
gotta
done it?
leave us.
Yeah, so there's a story for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very sensible story.
So, they're all like, Dayton and Josh are like, well, that's for me then. Like,
Yeah, we
that's
were trying to get it for Joseph.
Yeah.
Right.
because like there's one more somewhere in the car. Like Joseph's got to take it. He's the only one here that hasn't had one.
Right.
And we're like, well, where the fuck is it? Like we've looked through the car and it's not here.
Yeah.
And we
So-
found out we put it in Gabe's bag.
Yeah, so I had to stay behind. We're gonna keep the sad stuff brief.
Yeah.
But I got a call in Milwaukee that my step grandpa died, and they wanted me to walk the casket.
Be a pallbearer,
Yeah, be a pallbearer.
as
So,
it's called
Yeah.
by everyone else.
Yeah.
That knows what words are.
Shut up, Joseph.
Continue.
Continue.
Alright, I
Jesus.
get it, asshole. My grandpa
Payback.
died. So I had to stay behind and miss out on the shenanigans for a few days.
Yeah.
But obviously that takes precedent.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Patty and my two brothers drove down. And as I was packing up to leave to go back home, and I was driving, I hear some clanging in a bag. And I go, what the fuck is this? And it's obviously the fucking ice. I'm like, and then, I put the dots together, like, God damn it. And then Patty was right next to me, and she's like, Gabe. I'm like, Patty, I'm driving this first leg. I can't drink this. Because it was like 9 in the morning or something. And I'm like, I was driving within okay, it wasn't not. I got up at 9, and that's when I moved it around. I'm like, I don't want to, be buzzed when I'm driving. Like, let me take the first leg, and I'll kill it some other time. So it's still in my room. Yes,
You're a pussy.
But you
I do
still
need to
have it?
Yes, I still need to.
Go
finish
get it
it.
He
right
has
now.
to
Yeah.
do it.
Go get it right
No,
now.
let him finish.
I'm not done with the
Once I
Wasso.
start telling my part of the story or something.
Okay,
no, I don't want
yeah,
to
Yeah,
finish
and I
it.
know the Wasso. So yeah, I still have it because I wanted to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. How? Yeah.
Well, that's
but-
fair.
It's one.
I know, but it was
Gabe,
You're
that's
not- you're
fair,
not
but
gonna
you should've-
feel
as soon as you
that.
switched driver, you should have killed it in the parking lot.
Yeah.
absolutely. But I also have a story for that. So we're about to kill it, and I drop off my brother, and there's this fucking Youper stuck on the side of the road. He's like, "Can you give me a push?" I had to fucking push this Youper's minivan to a parking ride, and I totally forgot about it. But it was like out in my hand, I promise.
All right. Well, after you finish up Oahu, you can go get it.
Yeah. So I still have it. After a while, so we went to like 3 shitty Owasso bars,
Yeah.
which the beer's as cheap there as it is in Houghton, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
There was
No one
like
wants to be
$2
there.
beers.
I paid $1.50 for a PBR
Yeah.
and $3.50 for a Black Rocks.
Damn.
Yeah.
One of the black.
Yeah,
the,
that's really good. That's how much
Nord
it costs.
Sky?
That's how much it costs at Black Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Black
so that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
Well,
more or
yeah.
less.
So what was the first one we went to? Went to the
Jumbos.
Went to Jumbos, which is
and
just
then-
that was kind of weird, honestly.
It was
there's
like
nobody there.
dead.
it's a pretty big restaurant,
It's huge.
Yeah.
and there's nobody there.
Yeah.
And it was like a Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday.
And Dayton and I got a pitcher of PBR
Yeah.
for $5.
So I met up with Patty, and then Patty met up with us, I guess I should say. And then we went to
Your dad
Rainbow
and
Bar, which is
stepmom.
not a gay bar, but it
Horrible
looks
base.
like It looks terrible on the outside, but it was surprisingly decent.
Me and Dayton were in the corner getting slammed by the bass, dude. It was all
Bass was
collecting in the
too
corner.
loud.
It was just
Yeah.
murdering
They
us.
had some good music though.
But then we go to.
Corner pub.
I like that. I really like
That
Well,
place was
at the
really
Rainbow
nice.
Bar, the PBR was like kind of flat, and there was no head
Oh,
on the
yeah,
beer.
yeah.
So it's just like a cream
Oh.
colored like liquid in a glass. And Patty, who wasn't drinking because she was
my
driving,
God.
it's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Cream soda." Like,
And I think I like inject some sort of bullshit like
Yeah.
enhancing sentence like yeah it looks really good.
yeah, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's just a tapped cream soda. Like, see, there's no head
I
on
can
it."
fucking buy that, you prick.
So then she's like, "Really? Okay." And I'm like, "Yeah." And like my what I think is obvious sarcasm, but apparently it wasn't.
Well, you guys were drunk and she
Yeah.
was sober.
It was
Which I
pretty
think should have
obvious
perplexed
sarcasm.
it, or
Well,
like
she might have
pushed
also
it
thought,
more.
oh, they're just drunk. They're not joking.
So when I grabbed my beer, because like I was driving, so I only had 2 the whole night.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, it's time for me to drink a beer. I get one, and then I'm like, what do you want, Patty? And she's like, there's cream soda. And I'm like, yeah, there's Faygo. Like Faygo's in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cream soda place. I'm like, yeah, there's fucking Faygo. Like it's Michigan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she's like, well, the one that Joseph had looked really good. And I'm like, it's fucking Faygo. Like, it's cream soda. Like, are you just craving cream soda? Whatever. So, like, I get it. And then she gets it in a bottle and she looks at me all weird. Like, it's fucking cream soda. The shit that Joseph got was, like, on tap. I'm like, did they run out or is it actually not on tap and you're just being a dick? And then she's like, I don't know. Jesus. She gets her fucking bottle and I paid for it.
Well,
She walks over to Joseph and she's like, how'd you get it in a glass? And he goes, this is PBR, Patty.
That's so good.
I got her.
So me and Joseph got our ass kicked in shuffleboard.
No, I was.
Yeah, I was a.
Dayton and I
Oh,
kicked
that's
your
right.
ass.
Me and Josh got our ass kicked in shuffleboard. My bad.
Joseph didn't do anything though. It was
Yeah,
all
I
fake.
did.
You got a few points.
I got a quarter of the points.
Uh-huh. So you didn't do anything.
I got more points than Gabe and Josh combined.
That's fine.
I got that fucking stout that was like 13% or whatever.
Yeah.
But then Jason entered the game.
Oh.
We really need
Can we
I mean-
skim past
Alright,
this?
do whatever you guys want to do. I mean, I thought we should bring it up. I mean,
Long story short, this guy was just like really.
He was in a hard place,
Yeah.
and we talked him down from
Oh, we
hurting
tried.
him. Well, we got him to a
We were
better
there for
place.
so long.
Yeah.
well, yeah, 'cause Patty drove us.
We talked him down from hurting himself that night, hopefully,
Yeah.
and then we.
That was so
Dipped quickly.
long. We did not get back till.
Oh, I saw a girl piss next to a car. too.
Yeah! I heard
my
water
God.
running, and I look and I see this. Not a girl, it was a woman.
Yeah.
Squatting next to a truck, and
That
I'm
was
like,
the woman who talked to him later.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
She,
Debbie
yeah,
was her
that
name.
Was it?
You guys got
I
the
like
full Owasso
looked at her and I
experience.
just see her squatting. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you guys gotta get the Owasso experience.
Well, I was also gonna say about Owasso. It's like Owasso was about as shitty as you described it to be,
Right.
but it was a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
It is bigger than you think.
I'm like,
like
this
the
is-
I
business.
thought it was gonna be
That's
like
why I took you guys down that business side.
Yeah.
There's more than you think. But as far as the people go, like you guys saw the people.
Yeah.
But it's also like it's not that.
But
But
it's
it's
like-
not that bad. You
Yeah,
know?
it's not a terrible place to grow up. It's not like
Yeah.
you know the fucking slums or something.
Like it was, I thought it'd be about the same size, maybe a little bigger than South Haven, but it was quite a bit
I think it's bigger.
Oh, it was way bigger than South Haven.
But yeah, like your dad looks exactly like you. And it's
Yeah,
creepy as
we
hell.
look a
It's
lot
so
alike.
funny.
Except he has black hair.
You have more gray hair than your dad.
Yeah, not in his beard though, because I don't have a beard. Yeah, I think we look a lot alike. But
I don't think
what do
you
you guys?
have many qualities in common with your mom.
No,
I mean, you're more
I-
teen version of your dad, I think.
Yeah, I would.
I've
agree.
met your. I mean, we've met your mom a couple times.
I don't think I'm a lot like my mom in any. There's only like a few aspects where I'm like, wow, that's a very like
Your height.
something that there's something like that my mom would do that like I'm like, wow, I think like that. That's not the way I should think about it. Or,
Yeah.
that's how she would think about it.
Yeah.
But I think more or less, like you said, I'm a lot like my dad looks wise and more or less attitude.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
was interesting though. Meeting.
What did the rest of you guys think?
Yeah,
Something.
I'd
I'd
say it's
say,
pretty
yeah, I'd agree with that.
solid. Yeah.
Definitely.
it was interesting to me like seeing the dynamics between your two sets of parents.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
between your dad and your stepmom. And
They're
your
very
mom and
different.
stepdad. Yeah.
My I feel like my dad and my stepmom have I don't even really know how to describe it. Their humor is a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
And their banter is a lot different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was cool.
you get to see two different houses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the spiral staircase was neat.
That was really cool.
Oh yeah.
I know Dayton or not Dayton. Alan loved that sump pump in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
my God.
okay,
That
that
was
pumps
awesome.
out water also when it's raining, and it was raining that
Yeah.
night. So it makes sure that the basement doesn't flood.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, we know, but also it was super annoying.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it was ice cold in your basement.
Yeah, your basement.
Yeah, I was
like
drunk
40
and forgot to
degrees.
turn on the heater.
Oh my, there's a heater? Dude, you're kidding.
Are you serious, bro?
Oh,
It was a
no.
portable heater, and I totally forgot to
Thank
have the
God.
Well, Kim was talking about turning it on. With the
Yeah,
heater,
and I
too.
totally forgot.
Yeah.
That would help so much.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dayton and I and Josh. Well, who's left?
I was up there too.
You were already passed out, but in the last group, oh, it was
To be
Josh.
fair, I wasn't passed out. My eyes were closed. I was still talking to you guys.
Yeah, but you weren't all there.
Yeah.
You were you were borderline. So yeah, I passed out on the couch. Dayton and Josh blew up air mattresses upstairs.
No, I was in the chair.
Oh, you were in the chair. Josh,
Josh, I wonder.
his air mattress.
Also, your dog's really cute. Or your dad's dog, Tucker.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a cute boy.
Tucker too.
Yeah.
Is Josh ready to, or is Gabe ready to get his ice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we
Grab
go to Max's
Yikes.
house. And
What?
Will you go out? Yeah. Well, first of all,
Yeah.
I was sick.
Yeah. Is this when you started feeling bad?
Yeah, and let me tell you, I'm just
you
gonna
were feeling
briefly
because
talk
that was when
about
you
my
were
sickness.
driving.
Because I don't really think I was sick. I think I was just having an allergic reaction or
Yeah, it's
something.
probably under 5.
'Cause I
Alright.
started getting my wrist and my elbow had bug bites, and it got really puffy and
Yeah.
not super bad, but it was weird. And then my stomach felt just weird, not even like it was upset. And then my throat felt every once in a while like I ate a chip but didn't chew it enough, and like it's cutting
Yeah.
my throat up.
Yep.
I hate that feeling.
And then the weirdest part was, I think, was the bottom of my feet felt numb and it hurt.
Yeah. That's
so when I would
fucking
walk
weird.
around, it was just so weird.
Yeah.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, so I just didn't really want to drink because I was like, I don't want to make this any worse. So at my house, I wasn't really drinking at all, which is fine anyway because I was sober driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we go to my house.
Your mom's
and
house.
yeah, my mom's house first, and Gabe. So yeah, we leave Gabe behind. See ya.
Bye.
And the first thing I want to do, well, you guys, I don't. Did we look at pictures for a second?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
did.
we looked at some of my baby pictures.
You're a
Good
good kid,
stuff.
Max.
Yeah, I had a good childhood. I won't lie. And we
That
gotta
one
go-
picture of you in a suit looking sharp right by the
Oh,
front
that's
door.
a senior picture, dude.
Yeah, that's my senior. picture.
God damn.
Man, what a stud.
And we gotta go to my favorite restaurant, Thai Taste.
Dude.
Oh yeah, that was so
God, dude.
And,
much needed.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Thai food gave me so much
I know.
life that like we
It's so,
like Dave
yeah,
was saying,
we
had no vegetables for
yeah,
like
no,
days.
no.
We got
Absolutely not.
some nice like stir fry and curry, and God, that
Yeah.
was so good.
Yeah, that was much needed by all of us, and I just love that place. Every time I'm down there, I go there.
Yeah.
And then we go back
I hate
and we
it.
chill for a bit.
All right, wait a pot. Gabe is
Yeah,
about to
pause
school
for-
this.
Admittedly, this is the first ice I've ever had.
Really?
Ooh.
Well, besides the first night I ever
Nice.
drank, which
It-
was terrible and I puked.
It
So,
tastes like Sprite.
Alright, get out on a knee,
They
bitch.
get on one knee.
Alright.
you
One
spill it.
knee.
It's gonna be a while. You guys gotta keep
Dude,
talking. I'm moving
come
too
on.
slow.
Are we-
I'm
we
feeling
just-
it.
No,
just-
we're waiting for you. You're
just
holding
chill.
up the podcast.
1, 2.
No, you don't have to.
Dude, Kenzie schooled her ice.
Yeah,
dude.
Kenzie was probably done
Dude,
by
I'm
now.
a
Dude,
little
she
bitch.
kicked my ass. It took me 2 goes to finish mine.
It took me 3 to do mine the first time. There.
Yeah, because it's so much carbonation. That's what really
I know
gets you.
that's what always gets.
You gotta train
I gotta,
yourself.
yeah, you gotta. We gotta
Well, I don't.
train
Come on,
I
don't
don't.
stop
I don't
now,
shotgun
Gabe.
beers very often. Oh,
Okay,
Oh,
let's
come
set
on.
one
There
there
you
we
go.
go.
Nice job, Gabe.
It is a lot of carbonation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll take you a few burps to get all that shit.
It
out
didn't
of you.
taste that bad though.
I mean,
no,
it's
it's packed with
Sprite.
sugar.
So we get back and
But yeah, my teeth are sugary.
we get back to my house and we just chill for a while. I don't really know what happened because I just fell asleep
we got
because
the-
I was sick.
Yeah. So
Dude,
your
you
mom.
fell
You guys can tell me.
We
what
just
was
talked to
going
your
on.
mom.
Yeah.
Your mom's like, "Where the hell is Max?" and looks into your room, and you and Kenzie are just cuddling past the
Yeah.
fuck out. And
I was
she's just
so
like,
off.
"God damn it!"
Yeah.
Well, Your mom bought us some growlers
Oh
from
yeah,
those
yeah,
breweries
right.
around.
You guys
What was
had
it
some
again?
of
It was one
Griffin
from
Claw and 2
Kunin.
from Kunin.
Yeah, those are really good beers.
Yeah.
Really, like honestly.
I haven't even
really
had
good.
them yet. Do we still have the growler?
No, those are flat as shit.
Yeah, you don't want them
I
anymore.
think we dumped them out.
I dumped it.
Oh, okay.
But she also made us some guac and some.
Oh
some-
yeah, I had some of that. guac.
Handmade guac.
Yeah, my mom makes some pretty good guac.
That was fucking good. We always ate snacks,
Snacks,
until going to
chilled
your
out.
dad's house.
Yeah, and then we went to my dad's house.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes. My dad, he was what was
Madman,
he say?
that's what he is.
Unsupervised.
Yeah, he was unsupervised.
Yeah.
My stepmom was not around.
He immediately pushed shots on us.
Yeah, he put shots on us, but also he made some great ramen.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
the
he
deal,
did.
'cause-
Now, if for the podcast listeners, you might remember a few weeks ago we talked about T. Racy.
Yeah.
All right, this is the man himself.
The man, the myth, the legend
Oh my God, man.
made some bomb ramen.
Yeah, the ramen was fucking tasty, but
Yeah,
Let's just say we like enabled it though.
Yeah.
Some of us more than others, but we did enable it.
I
We
mean,
were
then-
all
and
enablers.
then you
in
guys were
this
like
game.
ready to go to the bar, and
And then it
it
started
was
to
raining
downpour.
way too much. So, like only Alan,
Yeah,
my
only
dad,
me and Josh
Josh
went.
actually ended up going because they were walking.
yeah, we turned around like almost immediately. We're like, we're
Right,
not
somebody
doing
just chill for a bit.
Yeah, Cece came over too.
Oh, yeah.
Cece's been on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
this.
Yeah.
For a while.
Hung out with her.
She lives right near me. 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, that was a lot. That night was a lot.
That
Ramen
ramen
was
was
hot.
like worth saying that it was pretty good though.
Oh yeah, it was.
Like, that was
Yeah.
good.
And then we just went back to my mom's.
Hung out with your mom for a little
Yeah,
bit.
put
And your
on the
sister.
Your
bed.
sister
Yeah,
Yeah, so
went to bed.
it's all good.
passed out on a couch for a little bit.
Oh
You
yeah,
just
Joseph,
fell
you were
asleep.
done, dude.
So we're playing or Smash Bros in the basement, and I'm not playing, so I'm like, whatever. I close my eyes, lean my head back for like 2 seconds, wake up, or like open my eyes, everyone's gone.
Yeah.
And like the room is dark, there's no one near me anymore.
Yeah,
So I just like look around, still like completely, I was so drunk.
Yeah, you were so drunk.
Stumble upstairs, and like Dayton's like, don't worry, I threw all the throw pillows off your side of the bed for you.
Wasn't it earlier that day? I was like, Joseph, you know why they're called throw pillows?
Because you throw them out of the
Throw
room.
them across the room when you're ready to go to bed.
Yeah. So he was kind enough and did that already for me. And I'm laying in bed, and I remember hearing Max's mom and sister like, is Joseph still downstairs? And because your sister wanted to go to bed, and she's like, yeah, I think so. I'm just going to sleep up here or something like that. I was like, and then like obviously they looked downstairs like, where'd Joseph go? And I just remember them being confused, and I
Right.
just laughing, like trying to go to bed, not willing to get up. Like,
Alright.
Yeah. And then that same night, Joseph got really close to me in our bed. And I was really confused why I had no space, and I looked over at his side, and he had like probably a foot on his side that he wasn't using. And then I was like, well, the reason I noticed is because I woke up from a dream, because I was like elbowing someone in my dream. And I was like, who the fuck am I elbowing? And then I wake up and I realize that I was elbowing Joseph, like in my sleep. He doesn't give a shit, right? Because he's like drunk sleeping.
drunk as a skunk, passed out.
Yeah. So then I'm like, oh, fuck Joseph. So I just like get even closer to like my side of the bed, so like he's not touching me anymore. and then I feel like something else funny.
Well, you
happened
were
that night.
in your quilt on top of the covers, and I was underneath the
Yeah.
covers. So like,
And then I woke up again later that night, and Josh was like sleeping not on our bed, but on a different bed, like at the feet of our.
yeah,
by
like
our
on a
feet.
mattress on the floor.
And I woke up, and my backpack was like leaned up against the wall, and I think this is probably like the first time that I can say that I had like a night terror.
Yeah,
But no, what's like that thing where you're awake?
lucid
Sleep
dreaming.
paralysis?
The sleep paralysis.
It's
Oh,
it was like sleep paralysis.
You were awake,
Um,
but you like, couldn't wake up.
No, I like couldn't move.
You either can't move your body, you can't move your field of vision, or you feel like
It was
your
my-
mind is stuck.
It was my field
I
of
got
vision.
that once recently.
And
too, but-
what it was is I thought my backpack was Josh with like his hair down like over like the sides of his head,
Fuck that.
and
Oh,
he was
No,
like,
fuck that.
and like I could
hate
like
that shit.
I could like see him like hunched over like this because that's like how like my backpack looked. Like it was like
Oh, that's
it was like the
brutal,
girl
dude.
from The Ring is what it looked like.
Mm-mm.
But because of the hair, I thought it was Josh,
yeah.
which probably like saved me a little bit.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like I could see like the eyes like darting over like looking at me,
Oh.
and I was just like, yo, this is creepy as shit, but I'm pretty sure that's Josh.
That's just Josh being
And
weird.
then I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm tired. I just need to get back to bed.
That's textbook
But-
sleep paralysis.
But if I didn't know Josh and I didn't know that he was
Yeah.
in that room and that like looked like him, I would have been scared shitless.
Right.
Especially because I could see the eyes like darting over, like looking at me.
God.
Like just thinking of it gives me goosebumps,
Dude, it's like a water hag in Witcher, dude.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right. Well, after that, we woke up and then we left.
Yeah. Well, I had to take Kenzie to the airport, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
That
then
was-
your mom made breakfast.
oh yeah,
Right.
I got back just in time for it.
That was tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we went to Josh's, and the rest we already talked about.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I guess
How's that?
we'll talk about next. So yeah, so your mom's house. You grew up in that house then,
Yeah.
but your dad's house is new.
Yeah, my dad's. Well, the thing that you guys didn't see at all was my dad used to live in a different house for a really long time,
Okay.
which it was like a much bigger, nicer house. I mean, like I wouldn't say it's nicer actually. It's just a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think.
but yeah, the house that I was in was where my dad and my mom, for the most part, I lived in.
Okay.
Or I always lived in there. That's where by my school was. You saw that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Troy was a lot nicer. Well, it wasn't like a lot nicer, but it was nicer than I thought it was gonna be.
Troy's a nice
I
area.
mean, it's a really nice area.
I think I assumed because it was by Detroit, it was gonna be shittier.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
where's
it's
my
not.
bias,
It's
so-
Just like
it's
Chicago.
far enough from Detroit.
Well,
where it's-
Detroit, yeah.
It's
The
a whole other
most of
thing.
the suburbs of Detroit are
Super
pretty
nice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Royal
definitely
Oak is
one
a
of the
very
nicer
nice area
suburbs.
too.
Yeah.
Royal Oak is
That's where his
very
dad
Yeah,
lives.
That's-
Royal Oak is.
well, that's where he,
That's where I lived over the
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does your
Yeah,
dad
there's a
live
lot
in
of-
Royal Oak?
No, my dad lives in Rochester,
Okay.
which is like north, or
It's-
just like south a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty,
those
they're
areas
pretty
are great.
close.
Yeah, it's not too far. But yeah, I used to live, or we went. A few of us three went to like DTE.
Yeah, the concept.
Yeah.
It's his old house is right next to there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
gives you a little idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I mean, it's my Minnesota assumptions, but because you're close to Detroit, I assumed it'd be different, but it was
Mhm.
pretty.
No, it's
Yeah.
pretty much
Yeah,
if
it
you're
is.
not like there's like a couple neighborhoods outside of Detroit that are shitty, and
Yeah, and
the
that's about
Detroit
it. That's
itself
like-
is
Yeah.
iffy. But
Right. And most of Detroit is pretty fun. Yeah, it's just those few
There's-
suburbs right outside of it that are really sketchy.
Mhm.
yeah, there's a couple you'd want to avoid. but-
Yeah.
But it's not all of Detroit
Yeah,
area.
no, I'm not even close.
Yeah, you're definitely more like your mom, though. I mean,
Yeah.
we talked about it with your mom, which was kind of weird, but
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you've only really known my dad unsupervised. That's the thing.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I gotta say.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah.
Damn.
But yes, you do kind of look like your dad.
If you see younger pictures of my dad, he looks exactly like I did, or I do probably now.
And
when
I would
was
say you
younger.
get a lot of like your like sense of humor from your dad. Just
Oh,
the way he
definitely,
like the
Yeah.
way he makes jokes and stuff is
Yeah.
totally how you make jokes.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, that's
you're
actually
definitely
true.
you're definitely right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your sister too. She's really chill.
Yeah, my sister's really like.
She was up here last winter, Carney.
Yeah.
Yeah, when your mom could.
We played beer pong against her.
Mm-hmm. We almost
Yeah.
lost.
That's
Yeah,
why the
well, we
infamous,
did let them play handicapped.
Yeah.
the infamous video of your mom looking at the camera.
That was so funny.
Dude,
That's a
I love
hilarious
that video.
I don't even know.
I think Alan took it.
I
But
have
like,
it somewhere.
Oh yeah.
You've seen it.
There's just a video of like, it's like when your mom beat you at beer pong. And it's just like a video of
Well,
your
we
mom.
beat them, but.
But it was like
That
before
was
it
the
was over.
caption.
Primary distinction.
Yeah, I see.
But, like,
oh
the
no, I
camera,
remember
like,
the video now.
Goes
yeah.
to your mom and she just looks at it. And it's
Yeah.
just like so
It's
funny.
silly.
It's hilarious. Yeah, no, it was really cool. But like, dude, that Thai place though, man.
Oh my god. Dude. Every
can't-
time I go back, I'm so excited.
I can't
Hyped
get over
up.
it.
So what do we try to pick a highlight of the trip or something? How do we end this?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know
Saying
about you
bye.
guys, but the highlight for me was seeing my nephew, me walk in their room and him just go, Joseph! That was a highlight for me.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
also we forgot to mention, with my nephew, the next day, we were talking about like Disney. You guys weren't
oh
up yet,
yeah.
but we were talking about Disney. And they were my dad and my sister were talking about how the Pirates of the Caribbean movie or ride, they're getting rid. They're saying like they're getting rid of the wenches in it, like, you know, the old
Yeah.
pirate wenches, and my sister goes, yeah, you got to get rid of those hoes,
Yeah.
and my nephew immediately responds with those hoes, and like I can't help but laugh.
Yeah.
And like my sister laughs and my dad just goes, "Oh God," and he keeps saying those hoes over and over again. And I eventually got him to start saying house because that was like the closest thing I could think of. But yeah, it was pretty good. For me, the highlight was my nephew.
I mean, obviously.
I'm trying to think.
Can
for
we
me-
all say our own highlight?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. I think for me, like I'm tied between literally sleeping in that new bed my parents got me. You guys don't understand. That felt so good.
Oh my God.
And then that Thai place, dude. That
So
was
good.
so good. Like I haven't had food that good in a while. And you wouldn't expect it from this like normal like
Yeah, it's
strip
like a
mall
little.
Thai
Yeah,
place.
exactly. You don't see it coming.
Yeah.
Mine is probably the sauna.
Oh
yeah, I
yeah.
can see that.
My God, dude, I needed that so bad, and it just was right. It was amazing.
I don't know. I think I gotta say hiking out at the lake.
That was fun.
Oh, that was very
That was a
nice, too.
blast.
Mostly because that was like the only time that we really got time outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was.
Yeah.
A lot of the other stuff was just drinking.
Mhm.
Most of it was just
Yeah.
drinking. Drinking and driving, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
At
Well,
the same time.
Yes. Yeah, sober driver.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess mine was probably one of two things. Either like just New Holland, or the brewing company, just like,
Yeah.
ooh, I got the 20 ouncer.
Mhm.
I was feeling it. The food was
And the 20
fantastic.
ounce mug.
Yeah, and the mug that I obtained.
Found.
Yeah, that and/or is gonna be cheesy, but Patty coming back was really nice. She
Yeah.
didn't have to do that.
Mhm.
Like it really sucked being like, oh, goodbye, guys. You know, at the end of a
Yeah.
funeral, just like sad,
Hey,
but like having her
bros
help.
before hoes is all I'm saying.
Then you guys should have stayed behind.
Just kidding.
But her helping out was really nice. She didn't have to do that.
For me, it was kind of just like a Dayton's place in general, because first of all, like the New Holland Brewing Company was great, and then the windmill the next morning was great, and just like I never met Dayton's parents and everything, and I thought they were great, so it's just a whole new experience. You know
Nice.
what I'm saying?
I
It
changed
was,
my
like, the
answer.
most unique
Fuck
of
Dayton.
all of them, like,
How is
it's like-
Kenzie not your highlight?
Okay, well, dude, that was
That
like
was
the whole
before
trip.
Hope.
Gotcha,
That's
bitch.
not one highlight.
I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah, I know.
What do we all think Josh's would be, other than getting that damn hot sauce? 'Cause
The sauna.
His
I
would
think
be the
I think it's because of the sauna.
Yeah, I was about to say the
Yeah.
sauna.
sauna or the makeshift sauna, honestly.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of
I'm
those.
sure.
Oh,
getting
no, yeah, it would have been. Oh, I can guarantee it would have been Sunday or
Saturday night.
Saturday. It would have been Saturday. The several times in the night that he was just like, "Oh man, this is great," in that sauna.
All right. Well, we should wrap up a little. We're over our usual time, but
Quite a bit.
By quite a bit.
I'm glad we recapped it though. It's be a good, like Dayton's always says, this podcast will be called Time Capsule.
Yeah.
When we're older, we can come back and listen to it. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Sorry it's going up late this week, but it'll be up tomorrow morning, which you already have it.
They don't
when you
even
hear
know
this.
it tomorrow
Yeah.
morning is.
Well, I mean, it was supposed to go up today, but whatever. It's fine. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week, and bye.
So yeah.
Bye.